Sorry, is this a little too much? I'm trying. Here's the situation. I don't, hold on, let's fix this so that I'm actually in the shot. But what I'm saying is, this week and some of last week, the 17th until I think tomorrow, is Milan Fashion Week. So I decided to get into my should I show you the whole fit? Let me show you my fit for, and second day of fall, so. Let me show you my fit for the Milan Fashion Week Let's Talk Fashion episode. So let's do that first, and then we'll continue. Okay, as promised, here's the fit for the day. Let's talk fashion in my fashion. Yeah, oh my God, can you see? Also, where are they? There they are. Pockets? Stop. I'm dying. Anyway, I need to figure out how and when and where I'm going to wear this because, it's fabulous. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to it. I always forget that this has pockets, and it's just so exciting to me. Anyway, so yeah, so cute. I don't exactly know where I'm gonna wear this, but I know that I have to because it's made for me. Anyway, if you're wondering, I got it in, actually, I saw it and tried it on in Sicily in Zara, and then I walked out without it, and then hubby surprised me because he got it for me when I came home for my birthday. So it's extra special. Anyway, obviously I need to figure out when I'm going to wear this, probably New Year's, we'll see. But moving on, so let's talk fashion. So as we know, Milan Fashion Week has been going on, and I just wanted to kind of talk about the things that I've noticed about it. There's a lot of sheer clothing, tops and dresses, and I think the thing that is most on display are the nippies, you know, the little, you know what I'm saying, right? You get it. Okay, the thing that men can show, but for whatever reason, it's like scandala if a woman shows it. Yeah, those. So they're on full display in Milan Fashion Week. And right now it's all women's clothing. So more of the women's fashion is happening right now. The other thing I noticed was a lot of it was kind of suits and a little bit more masculine, and but I kind of saw that coming because everything was super femme with the corsets and the pearls and the lace, but I still feel like that is going to continue, the corsets and the pearls and the lace, and then those are going to be in addition to the more masculine, not shape, because it's all about the strong femme, but more into the masculine, like I said, not silhouette, but masculine pieces. So your suit jackets, your suit pants, your wide leg trousers, that sort of thing. Sorry, glitter. Anyway, so that's really interesting and kind of unsurprising since we're kind of diving so far into the super, super femme, and now we're kind of getting into the strong woman era. Let's put it that way. I do feel there are a few societal or pop culture reasons why there may be more of a strong femme sort of look, and that might have a lot to do with what's going on here in America. While in a lot of countries it is nothing new to have a female leader, a woman leader, in this country it is unheard of, especially even more so a woman who is a woman of color. So it's exciting and fascinating and a very interesting time to be alive, especially in this country. So I feel like it's art imitating life, but also life imitating art. We're finally at where the strong woman should be, and I'm very excited about it. The other thing, though, and I will say again, fashion has been kind of playing into the full free the nip situation. And while I feel like that it is an important movement, especially for women's rights, the reality is if a woman were to actually walk around topless and free her nips, and she was a woman who is a regular, woman who does not have an obscene amount of money to protect her in any way, it is very much so, at least in this country, and I'm sure quite a few others, inviting danger. And there's something to be said about how women in society could never actually wear those things. And so it kind of plays into this idea, are these styles, this fashion, for everyone, or is it only for, and hear me out, the elite? And I say this because while a regular woman could absolutely do these things, and in quite a few states and cities, it is perfectly legal to free the nip, there are other aspects of society that would put her in a lot of danger. And a lot of people would look down on her for having the same body freedoms as a man, let's put it that way. And because women's bodies are so sexualized, that even the parts of them that are not innately sexual organs, even if it's just cleavage or shoulders or, some legs or ankles, God forbid, those aspects of a woman are very sexualized in our society. Feet, not that I'm talking from experience or anything. Anyway. So almost every part of a woman's body is sexualized in some way, be it her hair, her eyes, her mouth, obviously, her chest, her butt, her knees, her feet, even her hands or her neck. Just existing, if you have these assets and they are the shape that society deems acceptable, yes, you're going to be sexualized whether you want to be or not. And because of that, people will not only sexualize you and objectify you, society will also treat you poorly. I can speak on this in the sense of I choose to wear things that emphasize my figure, that make me feel strong and beautiful and powerful and, and I am generally punished for it in the sense of when I am a part of certain subs or groups and I want to share, everyone else can share, but when I share, I am demonized and threatened and objectified and really and a lot of things, people have insecurities, they project those things onto me, which I understand, I get it, but it's really hard it's not about, I can never get used to it, but it's also hard to just understand that it's happening and be like, what can I do? I just have to wear a paper bag, but that's not my style. That's not who I am. And that kind of plays into the idea of who is this fashion for? Who is style for? And in a lot of ways, especially the dresses and the tops that are sheer and encouraged to not have anything underneath and, free the nip, that is something that only the elite can get away with. And I'm not saying they can get away with it because society will be like, oh, well, she's a celebrity, so of course she can wear that. I'm saying she has money and bodyguards to prevent bad things from happening to her when she chooses to wear whatever she wants to wear. And so people can have an opinion and feel any type of way they want to feel about her style and what she's wearing. The point is, she can choose to wear that with the knowledge that she will be safe. And the only women that can do that are the women that can afford to do that. And in this way, fashion is very elitist. And in a way, it's also kind of, pun intended, flashing in your face that only the elite could get away with wearing something like this. Only those who have the means and the money and the security and the safety can wear things like this. And so I think it's really interesting that, we can see these images and these videos and we're like, wow, this is so beautiful and such an artist. And yes, the woman's body is it's just art. It's so beautiful. I mean, even in churches, women are naked, painting on the ceiling and on the walls. But a real woman in society, in reality, showing any of that is deemed an undesirable, someone who is, all the bad words you can come up with. And on top of it, whatever happens to her according to society, she deserves it because look at what she was wearing, right? I just think it's really interesting and kind of sad in a way that fashion and style, while it would be amazing to have that sort of availability for everyone, that's kind of the point, in a way, of fashion and style, that it is unreachable to the masses, that only the elite can actually, be a part of this club. And that's what makes it so desirable, right? The bag, the shoe, spending thousands of dollars on a piece of leather, and there's knockoffs and all these other things, and you can make the look work, you can copy it in a way, but people will know, those aren't the real red bottoms. That's not a Chanel purse. That's not a Gucci hat, or belt. It's a knockoff. And people really only buy these things for the status symbol that they represent. And the reality, too, is that the people who buy them, they can afford them, but they're not necessarily the most wealthy, right? They are trying to exude wealth, and so therefore they are buying these things to give the illusion that they are wealthy and worthy and can afford these status symbols. But the reality is, even the uber rich don't buy these things. So it's just a very interesting, the people want it for the status, but the reality is, even the super wealthy, they don't need these things to have a status symbol because they already have everything. They're not going to spend thousands of dollars on something that isn't going to make them more money. If it were a collectible, maybe. But the reality is the uber wealthy, They spend money on things that will make them money. And everyone else is trying to give the illusion that they have wealth, or they just don't have it at all. And then once again, let me reiterate, fashion is like the ultimate fashion is for the elite in so many ways. But style, you can have style and still not have an obscene amount of money. So as long as you have style, you'll be all right. Anyway, those are just some of my thoughts along with the Milan Fashion Week and everything. It's not over yet, so I'm sure will be more to come in terms of my thoughts on it since it's ending tomorrow, I think. But anyway, I had a blast. I mean, literally just had so much fun just dressing up to do this little chat with you. Lex Talk Fashion. And yeah, I hope you had fun. If you have any thoughts on that, if you think that no, fashion is for everyone, fashion is attainable for anybody who wants to attain it, absolutely. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree? Is it something that is only for the elite of us? Or do you think that, fashion should be only for the elite? Or is it more of something that, should we even care, right? Except when you think about it, we judge people based on the way they look. Like I said from the very beginning, freeing the nip, right? People look at me and think certain things before I open my mouth. And generally it's unlikely to be positive based on my experience. And that's fine. That's just what society has deemed. You cannot be beautiful and smart. You can only be beautiful or smart. There's only room for one. You got to be fit into a box. So it's just the reality of our society. And so it is. Anyway, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like these chats, Lex Talk Fashion, every Monday, I like to see what's going on in the fashion world and we talk about it. And if you have anything that's going on or you want me to touch upon or you have thoughts that you want to share, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah. Anyway, this week is going to be super fun. I have a Beetlejuice makeup look coming and then a Beetlejuice lookbook to follow. But yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Until next time.